They don't have a quarterback that can get their guys the ball. They're one-dimensional right now. They're only a running team. They have two of the highest-paid receivers in the NFL in Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, but they can't get them the ball with the quarterbacks they have. We're going on to our picks for the week. I'll probably see if I can at least get Dionte's picks so I can throw it into the edit. So you'll at least see his face pop up somewhere on the screen next to the team he picks. So we'll see if we can't get that before the edit for this video goes live. So going to Thursday night, we've got Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Both coming off big wins last week. Atlanta beating New Orleans and Tampa Bay beating Philly, both at home. Atlanta's at home for this game. This is the third home game in a row for Atlanta. And they're favored by 1.5. Man, I'm having a tough one with this. I think I'm going to have to go Atlanta at home. They've been playing very well this year. Baker's been playing well too. This to me is a toss-up, but I'm feeling Atlanta. I'm feeling Atlanta on this one. So, and you'll see. Hopefully Dionte gets back with me on these picks, and we can throw that up there. If you see his face, sweet. If not, sorry. I'll have a graphic of it up on Sunday showing all of our picks for Sunday, and then Monday showing our picks for Monday. On to Sunday, you got New York Jets at Minnesota Vikings. I kind of got to go with the Minnesota Vikings, the undefeated at home. New York Jets lost to the Broncos last week, and that was kind of embarrassing. You had a moment where Aaron Rodgers had the reaction of where he understood he was a quarterback for the New York Jets, and it didn't look good. So he just got to laid his head back, sunk down in the bench, and threw a towel over his face. It was absolutely crazy. Oh, man, it was crazy. I've got Minnesota at minus. They're going to beat them by more than 3 points, so they're beating the spread. Next, we've got Carolina at Chicago. Carolina is 1-3 at Chicago, who is, I believe, they're 2-2. Yeah, Chicago is 2-2. So, oh man, I think I'm gonna go with. I think I gotta go with Chicago. I mean, they beat the Rams at home. The Rams aren't looking good, but beat the Rams at home, showed a little spark on offense. Let's go with the Chicago Bears at home. I think it's by less than the 3.5 they're given, though. So I think it's going to be a field goal against Carolina. We'll see if Andy Dalton and the Panthers can come back from a loss last week against the Bengals. Next game, division rivalry, Baltimore Ravens at 2-2 against the Cincinnati Bengals, 1-3. Baltimore's favored by 2.5. I'm going to take Baltimore. Derrick Henry in the last 2 weeks has put 349 yards on the ground. He had 150 yards against Dallas. He had 199 yards last week against Buffalo. So I've got Baltimore winning by at least a touchdown in this one. Next game, Miami at New England. Miami looks horrible. Tyreek Hill is unhappy. I don't think they're going to be able to pull it out. They don't have a quarterback that can get their guys the ball. They're one-dimensional right now. They're only a running team. They have two of the highest-paid receivers in the NFL in Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, but they can't get them the ball with the quarterbacks they have. They need to go out and find somebody to give them the ball. So I've got New England, and New England hasn't been great either, but I've got them winning by a field goal. in New England. Next game, Cleveland at Washington. I've got the 3-1 Washington Commanders winning by at least a touchdown. Jayden Daniels, man, that guy has looked really good over the last few weeks. Their offense is scoring. They put up 42 points last week. 42 points. It's hard to get 25 points in the NFL. They put up 42. The offense is rolling. Defense is decent. I got to give it to the Washington Commanders and Jayden Daniels on the win at home, putting them to 4-1, keeping them second in the conference. Then we've got the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars coming off a huge win, which I did not see coming. And I've got to go with the team that's hot, the Indianapolis Colts and Joe Flacco. As long as Anthony Richardson doesn't play. I mean, realistically, I feel like the Indianapolis Colts looked pretty good with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is Magic Joe is what I'm calling him. He came in last year for the Browns, took him to the playoffs, put Flacco in and let him cook. Let the man cook. So we've got Colts at Jacksonville. I've got the Colts. They're going to win by 3 points. Next, 3-1 Buffalo at the Houston Texans, who are 3-1 as well. I'm going to be honest, I really don't know who to pick. Houston has not looked great over the past few weeks, past couple weeks. They haven't looked great. I think that Houston will win this game against the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen kind of didn't look great last week. So I'm going to go with Houston. I think they're going to come out on all cylinders. And I think it'll be a one-score game to finish, or at the finish of this game. Next, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Both teams 2-2. And, man, I don't know. Denver's defense looked pretty good last week. I think I got to give it to Denver at home. Give them the slight advantage at home over the Raiders. Probably going to be around a field goal. They're favored by 3 at the time of recording. It's probably going to change by the time of editing. So I'm going to give it to Denver by a field goal. Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the 49ers. I think the 49ers are one of the most disappointing teams of the season. They are 2-2. They did win last week at against New England in San Francisco, but it's New England. I don't know, man. I really I want to say give it to the Cardinals, but my heart is saying to give it to San Francisco. So we're picking San Francisco. I'm going to say San Francisco by a touchdown. Let's make it good. Next, we've got Green Bay at 2-2 versus the LA Rams at 1-3. The second most disappointing team in NFL for me. Well, not the second. Maybe the second most disappointing in the NFC because I don't count the Cowboys. So I'm going to go with Green Bay at LA. I think Green Bay will absolutely turn it on and absolutely the second half of the game against the Vikings, they look fantastic. So I'm going to give it to Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers by probably a touchdown or just under a touchdown. We'll call it more than a field goal, less than a touchdown. Next, we got the New York Giants at the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to go with Seahawks by a lot. Yeah, Malik Neighbors out with a concussion. Seahawks by a lot. You name a large number, and that's what they're going for. That's what we got. Seattle by a lot. A lot. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me the Steelers. They're 3-1. Justin Fields, I don't know how, but he's playing well, and the Cowboys look like trash. The Cowboys look terrible. Oh my gosh! If I could see the faces of all my Cowboys fans, or all my friends who are Cowboys fans, oh man, I would love to, because Cowboys look so bad. And I mean, hey, I will gladly be the most hated team in the NFL with the Chiefs, especially when the Cowboys look like that. That's crazy. So that's it for Sunday. And then we have one Monday night game. And that is New Orleans in Kansas City. Monday Night Football. New Orleans with Derek Carr, who's very familiar with the Chiefs, sitting at 2-2. They've lost 2 in a row. Lost to Philly and lost at Atlanta. Honestly, I thought the Saints were going to be at least 3-1 coming into this week. They're not. And so with that, I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. Chiefs are favored by 4.5. Man, I don't get the spreads with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs win by more than a field goal, less than a touchdown. But I got the Chiefs in this game. I think we're going to have a good offensive showing. Now, Saints have a great defense, man. I know, because there's like 4 former Chiefs players on that defense. So Saints have a good defense. So yeah, we'll see. It'll be a defensive battle for sure. I think the Chiefs win by more than a field goal, less than a touchdown though. So yeah, that's what we got. Detroit, Tennessee, Philly, and Los Angeles are on a bye, so they cannot gain in their division. They can only go back. I guess they could gain if other teams lose. Yeah, who knows? But I have faith in the Chiefs to absolutely wreck the New Orleans Saints. And I say absolutely wreck. That means we win by more than a field goal, because apparently that's difficult for us to do. So yeah, we've got that going on. Look, man, I know I've been without Josiah and Dionte. Hopefully this was good and entertaining to watch. I've been talking to myself for 45 minutes at least. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you're liking, you're commenting, you subscribe so you get notified every time we do something. Hit the bell. Yeah, man, when you comment, we comment back. It'll be me or Josiah most of the time. Dionte doesn't really do comments. He's not really a social media guy. He's got an Instagram, but he doesn't really do anything with it. So, yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Give us your predictions of the games on Sunday, Thursday, and Monday. Let us know how much you hate the Chiefs. I relish it. I love it. We're in our villain arc, and I'm here for it. So, that being said, I ain't got nothing else. So, I guess until next time, guys, thy kingdom come.